Good evening, Toastmasters and friends. Travel opens your heart, widens your mind, and fills your life with stories to tell. This is a very famous quote from Paula Benedict. And my speech today is a travel chronicle of my birthday, the best birthday I ever had till date. It was August 17, 2013, when, as part of our Italy trip, my wife and I landed in Capri. Has anybody heard of Capri? Been there? Wonderful. Capri is a small island off the southwest coast of Italy, close to Naples and Sorrento. So we landed in Capri via boat from Naples. And as soon as we landed in Capri, we were captivated by the scene. The city set up on a mountain, and the mountain itself surrounded by an island. It's an island. And as soon as we got there, we saw there was a boat tour that would take us around the island in 2 hours. We took that boat. As we were moving on the boat, the cool and fresh breeze off of the Mediterranean Sea made us refresh. It removed all the travel stress we had. And as we were passing along, we saw 3 giant limestone cliffs called as Faraglioni, so huge and as old as time perhaps. We passed through that, and then we reached a point called Blue Grotto. Has anybody been to Blue Grotto or heard about it? Okay, after this you'll surely go there. Blue Grotto, also known as Blue Cavern, is one of the most interesting places to visit in the world in your lifetime. So as we reached that Blue Grotto, we had to transfer into a smaller boat because this Blue Grotto or cave is just 60 by 20 meters. And to go inside, you need a special boat. So we got into that boat, and as we had to go inside the cave, we had to bend ourselves like this because the height is low. And as soon as we went in, there was complete darkness. It made us feel as though the whole world has come to an end. And within a moment, we saw the sea glowing electric blue, a phenomenon that only you can imagine. It was as though somebody had kept sapphire crystals, hundreds of them, one next to the other, and the brightness of one was magnifying to the other. It was a brilliant scene of dazzling crystal lights. But why is this color blue, or why is this phenomenon? It's because natural sunlight penetrates this cave, and you have white sand at the bottom and the blue water. So the combination of all of this makes that light reflect back. This phenomenon was so much enjoyed by Emperor Tiberius way back in 27 AD that he constructed a tunnel from his palace so that he could come down and swim in this water anytime he wished. Seeing this cave was so blissful for me. I told my wife, honey, I'm so happy that we are here. I feel really blissful and blessed to be here on my birthday. And as we came out and went back, we reached the same point where our boat started. And then we took the funicular, the cable car that goes all the way to the midpoint of the city. And as we were going inside the funicular, I held my wife's hands and I told her, honey, it's just not when we are going up in life, I'm going to hold your hand, but also when we are going down. And she felt happy and she smiled at me. As we reached the midpoint, it was called the Piazza Umberta. What we saw onto our right side was truly magical, mystical, and mesmerizing. We had about 6 white pillars that acted as the final barrier between the land and the intersection of the clear, blue color, cloudless azure sky and the sparkling Mediterranean Sea. The boundary between them could not even be distinguished. It was very difficult to say where the beauty of the sky ended and the charm of the sea kissed the sky. Against this perfect backdrop of white pillars and blue background, we took several pictures. And then we started walking towards the bustling streets, cobbled streets that had on one side boutiques, restaurants, gelaterias, bakeries, and a whole bunch of places, and on the other side, beautiful flowers and cobbled streets. You had white walls everywhere, but with different hues of windows. It was so colorful. And as we were walking through to reach the highest point, called Monte Solaro, we were greeted with the brilliance and creativity of mankind in front of us and the unparalleled beauty of nature behind us. Once we reached this Monte Solaro, we saw a giant statue of Augustus standing like this. It was as though Augustus was telling to the nature, "Hey nature, if you can create something unparalleled like this, look at me. I have done something equally good. Look at my brilliance. I have built a city on top of a mountain." It was truly a reflection point. The vision, the view was so captivating. I really enjoyed that, taking pictures over there. And as we headed back, we reached a restaurant called Bar Alberto Capri. My wife, she just went in and she got a tiramisu cake with a candlelight on it and said, "Honey, happy birthday." That was such a sweet and romantic moment. And as I cut the cake, it was as soft as silk and so delicious that I had had never such a tiramisu ever. And as I cut it, I told my wife, "Honey, the sparkle in your eyes is more sparkling than the Mediterranean Sea. And the smile that you have is more serene than the serenity of this place. I really wish we have places and moments to visit like this, because it helps us cherish what we have in our lives." After having that and coffee, we had to head back to Naples to catch the train. But as the day ended, the memories of this wonderful birthday was etched forever in my memory. Friends, here's what I would say. Travel. When you travel, you don't know what kind of your emotions magnify. And travel, not just because you want to escape from life, but to make sure the life that you have does not escape from you. Thank you.